Y'all, there is somebody in the collective. You're not really catching it or realizing there was someone around you or is someone around you who was really trying to gain dominance in relationship to you. Somebody really wanted dominance. Okay, they wanted to be the head dog or your master in a sense. You were supposed to be chasing them or running behind them. And now this person actually wants a reconciliation with you. This is somebody that now feels like they want to be in your sphere again. But the solid foundation, whatever foundation y'all have, we got the tower energy right here, y'all, has been rocked to the core. This is no longer a situation that you would want to be in. This is something that has blown up or will blow up. This is not something that you still want to be in, something that you want to participate in, something that you still would see on your level to be a part of, baby. And involvement with the law, baby, this person could have legal problems, but also the problem with the law they could be having is with you and just cosmic law. This person may have done something out of order that they're going to have to pay for. Something that's going to bring them cosmic justice. Something that is going to make them have to pay with the Most High for what they have tried to do to someone in the collective. Somebody that is going to have to pay. Someone new is entertaining your life. This person, part of the issue was that they wanted to be the center of your life for some reason. This person wanted to be and I don't mean the center of your life like when you're in a romantic relationship and that's the only one you with. I mean the center of your life like your mama don't come before me. You don't have any other friends that you're more into than me. I'm the person that you always run behind. Outside of any relationship, they also wanted to be the primary person in your life. Yeah, I'm your man, but your kids come before me. Yeah, we're friends. I come before your kids. Yeah, we're friends, but you should be checking in with me before you call off work. Somebody wanted to be the law, baby. The law. Ooh. Involvement with the law. Baby, this person wanted to be the law in your life. They wanted to be the order, the justice, the judgment, the final word. This person wanted to be the law in your life. Baby. Man. Dealings or relationships with a man. This person also wanted to have dibs on any other man you was dealing with. It could have been, I'm hearing it down the middle, y'all. I literally just heard the word down the middle, so I'm going to say down the middle. For some of y'all, this is a female entity, a female karmic, somebody that like, they wanted the men, they wanted to hear all the business with the man you had, or it is a man that just felt like he should know every single little thing about you. This is somebody that felt entitled to your energy and they wanted to own it. They wanted to like take it over. They wanted to own it. You belong to me. You check in with me. You tell me what's going on with you. Beryl, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. This person is empty. This person was lacking. They didn't really have the self-love, the self-goals, the self-anything. So they were taking a lot of things out on you. Weeping willow, family sorrow. This person has come from nothing, boo. Wasn't nothing going on in their family life that was good coming up. This is a very empty karmic energy. This is somebody that doesn't know how to respect goodness or kindness. This is somebody that doesn't know how to respect somebody just being chill and giving them a place in their life. This person didn't want the seat at the table that you offered them. This person wanted more. This person wanted to be the center of everything that's got anything to do with you. This person wanted to be the law, the jurisdiction of your life. What you were offering them wasn't enough. This person wanted more. September, y'all. In September, you were for sure, your ancestors stepped up the gas and making sure you were officially protected from this person and their foolishness, baby. You took a vacation from this person. So somebody, you walked away from this person's draining. You took a vacation from their mentality, their way of doing things, because who they are and how they are was really lower frequency than you. What I just tell y'all? A distant friend is thinking about you. This person is still thinking about you. This person is so manipulative and dirty. They're trying to figure out a way to be shrewd and manipulating their way back towards you. They're not even thinking in a smooth way. This person is like, what can I say or do to get back around this person? This person really wants your recognition, your reward. They want your validation. This person really wants you to think there's something. This person really wants you to be someone that looks up to them or leans into them or wants them to be the lover of yours above all other lovers, or wants you to see them as the most important friend or family member that you have. Be careful. Do not take risks. Don't let this person back in your life. But let me just tell you this. Whoever you are, this is something that happens to you frequently. Like, people start wanting to own, and they think you're available to be owned and possessed, or they try to take you over and kind of make you the center of what they have going on. People try to like think that you're available to be possessed. Like to be made a possession, rather, is more like it. You may have a very soft or smooth or laid back or even nonchalant or gentle or indifferent type of energy, where people just assume this means that you're available for the taking. Okay, somebody might feel like, oh, I could just take her over, I could just be with her. Good advice from a wise person. You have always been told all your life and been given wisdom from the people out in front of you to make it clear to you beyond a shadow of a doubt that some people ain't really, you know how to make smart decisions. You ain't never let these people all in your life like they want, but they thought you would. You've always carried yourself like a queen, baby. You've always been in the position of authority. You've always been on the throne. You've never had a seat available for somebody else to come in and start running your life. Never been possible. They thought you was soft like that. Never been possible. You always have your eyes on what's tea. Pay attention to your work. You always know what's going on. You always know who's who. You're not somebody that's available to be played like that. You learn that from your family, baby. Affairs with the family. You learn growing up, like we saw here. You'll never let nobody play you. But because you got a smooth temperament, you have these dogs and foxes that just be assuming, oh, I could just come run this person over. No. No, you can't. No, you can't. Ooh, girl, we had cards fall out. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands with the Chariot. This person desperately wants to come towards you with a new beginning. And the thing that's so effed up about it, y'all, they want to bulldoze their way back into your life with a new beginning. Again, this person is obsessed with trying to be a dominant force in your life. This person thinks they can bulldoze their way back in. They could just call back and roam. This is what this person believes coming through with this Chariot energy. They still don't quite get you. They still mistake your gentle manner for something they can abuse or take advantage of. This person still doesn't understand you very well. And they don't understand your gentleness comes from a space of high priestess energy, which means that you always have full command, but you just lay back and watch and let things play out. You have the discipline, you have the control, you have the liberty to do what you want to do and stay in your feminine energy or stay in your passive energy. And these people don't understand that. Two of Wands, this person thinks they can just, they want to bulldoze back in and make future plans for you. This person at this point feels like they have been left on the outside of your life, and this has them upset, angry, and impatient. They really are thirsty to get back around you, to get back in that relationship, to get back in that friendship, to get back on the scene. Even if they playing low-key, like, oh, I'm preoccupied, I don't care about you, I'm not watching you. That's a not watching you ass lie. They are watching you. They are paying attention to you. They do want to know what's going on with you, and they are thirsty to find a way to just run you down and get back in your life, because this is somebody that doesn't respect your boundaries. And when you say you don't want somebody in your life, they don't respect that. The Hanged Man, okay? And the Three of Wands. This person is stuck. That's where they're at right now. They're super stuck because they don't have a clue how they would even consider creating a new reality for y'all. How could I get back in this person's life when everything went so bad before, blew up in their face, and you got to see some of the ins and outs of how this person think? Now they're like, well, how could I possibly, now that I've been exposed in a sense and this person sees me for who I am and that I was trying to rip and run all through their life, how could I possibly get back in the jam with them? How could I get them to even look at me like that again? Three of Wands with the Two of Swords. This person is at a crossroads. Now, I want y'all to understand something here, sister. This person is really thinking hard about how to get back in your life. They're thinking hard about this. They're putting time into it, plotting, planning, ruminating, trying to figure out what play they can bring to the table that you're going to speak to them again. They are desperately trying to figure out how they can wiggle their way back into your life. Six of Pentacles. This person is trying to figure out if there's something they can give you, something they could say. This is stressing this person out, y'all. Nine of Swords energy. This person be sitting up at night stressed about this. Anxious. What could I do? See, there's a lightweight obsession with you. With trying to dominate you. See, these people are obsessed because this is what I don't understand about the collective. Even though you're carrying yourself with grace, with kindness, with the manners of a princess, you can always protect yourself. Your ancestors protect you. Your third eye protects you. Your prayer life protects you. They can't understand it. That's why they're obsessed. They're looking at you saying, oh, you know, she's got sweetness and kindness and she's so feminine. They don't have any respect for these kind of qualities. So they feel like they should be able to run you over and run you over with ease. And when they can't run you over with ease and you can't be just bullied and folks walking in and out of your life, this is where the shock is coming from. The Hermit energy with the Four of Swords, with the Six of Swords. These people feel like, you know, maybe you seem like a loner. First of all, I get the feeling that these people might not know that much about you, but they're perceiving you as a loner who's just really stuck and transitioned over into being guarded and stuck off by yourself. These people think of you almost as being a hostage of your own mind. That's the energy that I'm getting. Like, they don't see you as being very social. You don't really go out. You know, you're not that type of person. Maybe you're more, again, you may be more of the spiritual type, or you may be the type that's more interested in just sitting back watching movies, or you may be more in the house with the kids, you know, that type of person. This is something that they notice about you and they don't understand. They're trying to crack the code. Four of Cups. It's like, you're not really out there being super social. So it's like, why aren't you somebody that will accept them coming through with these little fake basic Page of Cups offers of love? These are very juvenile offers of love. They see you as somebody that should be a willing victim to their advances or their lies or whatever it is they got going on. They think you should be somebody that's susceptible to this type of mess. Three of Pentacles energy with the Temperance card. All because they don't see you being super social. They see you as somebody that should be susceptible to this type of thing. You should be looking for them. You should consider them somebody that's a resource, that knows folks, somebody that can come in and that can kind of help you alchemize your feelings. They think you would need them. Don't you need me to talk to you? Don't you need me to take you out? These people want to be in a codependent relationship with you, whether it's a romantic relationship or a friendship. These are people that want to be in a codependent relationship with you. These are people that believe that based on your nature and you being a high priestess energy, they believe that you should be looking for them, looking to them, calling upon them to be responsible for you need me for your social life. You need me to help you get what you need. You need me to help you talk to people. You need me. This person wants you to be dependent upon them. They want to be in a codependent situation with you where you can't get along without them. Four of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups. This is how they think they'll be best able to hold on to you, is if they become the only friend you have, or I'm your man and all you do is think about and depend on me. This person wants to be the sole nucleus of your world. They want you to be somebody that's always talking about how bad you want to marry them and be with them. They want you to be obsessed with them. Okay, Seven of Pentacles with the High Priestess. Come on now. You have your own reserve of energy. You have your own way that you do things. So for that reason, a lot of people's energy is blocked. But what they don't understand is they don't get that they're blocked because you're not telling them they're blocked. You see what I'm saying? You may not block people on your phone. You ain't announcing that they're blocked. But energetically, they're blocked. You see them for who they are and you're handling them accordingly, and you do it swiftly. But they don't realize how swiftly you peep things. They don't realize how swiftly you peep game. They don't think you catch on to anything because you so cool with it. You just lay back and you watch. You don't make announcements. You're not going in on people. You're not cursing people out. The World card. They don't understand how complete you already are. You're not in need of no codependent. I got to lean on you to help me get nowhere that these people are trying to use to be in your life. You're already complete. You already understand the benefit of your resources. You already understand that any mate or friend you have needs to be somebody that's rooted in goodness and sweetness. You're looking for cool, kind, chill people. You're looking for dreamers, people that are ambitious, people that are laid back, people that like smooth music. You might be into the crowd that's listening to chill hop, girl. You might be in the crowd that's sitting back throwing on a little laid back orchestra music. You might be in the crowd that's sitting back listening to a little smooth disco jam or something like that. You're not interested in these fake crowds that are only interested in aggression and nonsense and foolishness. That's not who you are. You're living the soft life. You're in a high priestess soft life. You're in a quiet life. You're not interested in people that want to be in all this nonsense. When you speak, everything that comes out of your mouth is authentic. It's a teaching. It's real. It's gonna give. It's gonna bless somebody. You ain't interested in just sitting around talking to these knuckleheads, you know, people that's just dreaming for no reason. 7 of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. You previously have known a lot of people that was just talking. People talk about they gonna do this, they gonna build a house, they gonna go back to school, they gonna get a dog, they're going to get married, they're going to leave the country, they're about to get a master's degree. Every last one of these people was just talkers. If you look back and think back on it, all these people was just running their mouth. Nobody really did nothing for real. These people was just coming around trying to control your destiny by getting in codependent relationships with you and talking like they had independence, talking like they had something to do other than sit around and clock you. And they didn't. These people was talking about building brands. You ain't never see them build no brand. They was just sitting around trying to stop you from building a brand. When you met them, they said they had the same interest as you. Over time, you realize they ain't never manifested a single result in that interest. They just sitting around telling you that. Oh, I'm into what you into. No, they're not. And they think because you didn't say it, you didn't peep it. They think because you're not with them, you need somebody. You need me. Okay? Somebody is very much in that energy. You know the devil when you see him or her. We see the emperor with the moon and the devil. Somebody looked right at this person and everything they was all about. You was not confused. You saw that this person was, and basically the person is in the dark night of the soul. That's part of the reason they are in this devil energy. They desperately need a win, okay? This person is riddled with burdens and confusion. That's why they come through to betray, to cause confusion, 5 of Swords energy, to make issues and problems, because they ain't got nothing but issues and problems, okay? The Star with the King of Pentacles. This is somebody that looked at you and looked at the things you had going on, and they ended up feeling like you were kind of a woman of faith, somebody that had a lot of spirit, a lot of light, a lot going on. You knew how to be in your own light. You knew how to self-illuminate. You wasn't out here being thirsty for them or nothing that they was doing. You knew how to be in a leadership position on your own and find resources on your own. You knew how to kind of draw from different reserves. Like you might have a good hustle. You know what I'm saying? You know how to get in your masculine energy if you are not actually a masculine, because I know some of y'all in here too. Hey, y'all. But for the women, you may know how to get in your masculine energy well. Like you know how to hustle. You know how to get active. You know what I'm saying? You know how to get active, get active quick. You know how to shine from both sides. You know how to be in that soft life, but you still know how to get active. You're not somebody that don't know how to feed yourself, can't come up with a hustle or a plan to make money. You're not that type of person, right? That's not your lick. That's not your thing. It's just not. And this person is kind of left looking like a fool. They want to say you're the fool, but they keep being left looking like the fool because it keeps becoming clear to them over and over again. For some reason, they just not able to get over on you the way they think they should be able to. Church bells ring when the judgment card comes to the building. You already know. This person thinks that they should be able to get over, and it's just not working for them. This person thinks that they should be able to claim you for life, and it has just not worked. This person feels like they have tried to mirror you, mirror your patterns, act like you, laugh like you, kiki like you, and no matter what they've tried to do in the past or what they call themselves doing now, every single time it blows up in their face. First of all, they got to understand you got ancestral protection. You got eyes in the back of your head, literally. Come on, spirit. And you're hearing the moves they make, and High Priestess energy hears everything. You're hearing their moves before they even make them. They can't get over on you. You know this person a phony, and they mind that in your mind, this person might not even be your friend. That is so typical of High Priestess energy because everything is being kept within. Like the High Priestess energy is all about the plane that is thought. And a lot of times when it comes to the soft life feminine energy, that High Priest energy or High Priestess energy, people don't understand in the collective, the High Priestess is the thought plane. So the High Priestess is all about reading your thoughts and also keeping her thoughts to herself. She's just going to lay back and watch it play out. The High Priestess is real slick. And people don't want to give her that credit because she's in that soft life feminine energy. But the High Priestess sees all. She knows. That's literally her creed, baby. That is the quote that is associated with the High Priestess. She knows. And folks love to play in the High Priestess's face, but she knows. And somebody, you've been sitting back, you always had this person number. And you was playing them accordingly. They thinking they finna get down on you. They got you going. They got you believing this or that, or thinking they this or that type of person. She knows. Sitting right there off to the side by herself on her throne, the High Priestess, she already know what's tea. Whether she's saying it or not. You already had a beat of this person's character. 8 of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. This person was working real hard. Real hard. Working real hard, moving slow, trying to think of ways to get you to be submissive to them, the Magician. They wanted you to be submissive to them. The Magician comes before the High Priestess, baby. And the Magician is active. He's action. Somebody wanted you to end up being submissive to them. You was going to be the number 2 in the situation. As the High Priestess is the number 2. But they're not understanding the plane that number 2 functions on, and that is the mental plane. So if the High Priestess is your number 2, you need to keep yourself looking over both shoulders, because you don't never know what she knows, and you don't never know what she's doing with what she knows, because she knows how to be quiet, she knows how to be disciplined, she knows how to be laid back, she knows how to be strategic, she knows how to keep all the answers to her chest. One of the hardest players on the board, and people always sleep on her. The High Priestess get all the way up on people and know all their business before the person just still letting it all hang out because they thinking like, oh, she don't know what's going on. No, baby, she know everything. The Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. This person is watching you now manifest, and it's becoming more clear to them who you are or how you are or your rank or your reign. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming clearer to them who you are, how you move. Right? They're starting to kind of catch a whiff of who you are. And they're starting to see some type of strategic strength. Thank you, Spirit, for that, because they needed to start waking up. Some type of 7 of Swords strength. They're starting to see something about you. Like, they're starting to wonder if you have a strategy. See, this person themselves is manipulative. You see what I'm saying? They play games, right? But they was looking at you because you're in High Priestess energy. They already know you're not playing no games. You cool, you laid back, you're not on all that. Now they starting to wonder. 7 of Swords. This person is starting to wonder, what hand of cards are you playing from? They're starting to ask questions. They're starting to experience some type of mental conflict, spiritual conflict, 5 of Wands. Just conflict as it relates to you. This person isn't sure about you anymore. Off in the distance, okay? Because they off over there having these thoughts. 2 of Pentacles energy with the King of Swords and the Knight of Clubs. This person is Knight of Cups. This person is no longer really certain about you, and they're starting to wonder about you. They don't know if you're like this or like that. They're starting to wonder if you're wishy-washy or solid. If you was ever being honest or if you was being fake. If you was real or if you was just talking that time you said whatever the hell. If you really do go to a certain place or did you just make that up? Do you really know how to do certain things or was you just lying? This person now is almost putting you in the position of the magician that they was trying to use to lord over you. This person is starting to question whether or not you're a trickster energy in a sense, because they're no longer able to see you. It really kind of brings me to the flames on this candle. You know, flames, if you stare at them long enough, I mean, they move, they fluctuate in size. Sometimes they grow high. They respond to the energy in the room. So if you just wanted to pinpoint exactly what a flame looked like, exactly what direction it was going in, it would be difficult to do because staring at the flame doesn't quite bring you the answer. And that is exactly where this person is at with you. Staring at the flame does not quite bring them the answer. They are starting to really wonder if they were somehow outsmarted by you, if you were just charming them the whole time. King of Swords, Knight of Cups. If you were really who you said you were. Nine of Pentacles energy with the Lovers. This person is wondering if they were just charmed, and that if that is just something that's a part of you, you're able to charm, and maybe you're somebody that's more of a kind of exalted dark goddess energy. Nine of Pentacles with the Lovers. They're starting to wonder if you're like in an exalted lover style energy, where you're the type of person that knows you have sensual powers or knows that your conversation can really change people up. You know your power to seduce, and that maybe you just seduced them into thinking y'all were friends or that y'all's relationship was real. Maybe you just tricked them into thinking that things was really real like that. Eight of Cups, Nine of Cups. Maybe you just played them. You know, maybe it wasn't real. Maybe that's why they able to walk off from me. Maybe they always was fulfilled and I just didn't really know them for real. See, remember, this person thought that you was somebody that needed them, that you was somebody that was lost or somebody that was lonesome or somebody that needed them and wanted to have you intertwined in this codependent situation. But this person now was starting to wonder if you just played them and if their idea of you was wrong, and was, but they're starting to wonder if their idea of you was somehow wrong. Ace of Cups energy with the Death card energy. This person is really having an overflow of emotion now when it comes to you, and they're really kind of lost and confused and coming to terms with their emotions, like, maybe I was completely wrong about this person. Maybe it wasn't what I thought. This person thought the whole time that eventually y'all would just, you were going to be somebody that was going to really be into them. You was going to see them as family and always come towards them. You had no problem putting this person in the past. And this person can feel it. Like Eight of Swords with the Six of Cups energy, this person can feel it. There's a block towards them. Two of Cups energy, y'all. There's a block towards them being able to reconnect with you the right way. But this person had in their mind that you was the type of person that was always going to need them. They got the nerve to be sitting back heartbroken and confused in a nutshell because their attempts at manipulating you didn't work. And you weren't even aggressive. It was with passivity that you completely annihilated this person. High Priestess energy. You annihilated this person with what you didn't say, what you didn't do, what you didn't show up for, with your discipline, with the focus that you placed on your family, your kids, or yourself, with the way that you went after certain goals that they weren't aware of, with the way that you just moved to a new city. Whatever it is you did communicates to this person who you really are to yourself and who they never really were to you. The Sun and the Queen of Swords with the Ace of Swords. You know, this person wanted to be the sun in your sky, and you really, to them, they consider you to be alarmingly cold and alarmingly aloof. And that to them, they feel like they're just now discovering the truth of you. This is somebody that's telling themselves, I feel like I'm seeing their true face. They feel lost when it comes to, or victimized. They feel like they're just now seeing your true face, right? Which, again, brings us to the high priestess, because those types of realizations are going to be typical of the high priestess, because the high priestess is, generally speaking, a relatively veiled energy. There's a lot of mystery, a lot of moon energy, a lot of feminine energy, a lot of passivity, but then again, she knows and she observes and she watches and she hears. So, and she's on the mental plane. So the truth of the matter is, this person is, in a sense, seeing your true face for the first time, because they're really recognizing your high priestess energy, the strength in what you did not give them. They never knew how you really even felt about them. They never knew that you peeped them the whole time. So the way you're moving now for this person is startling, and they're considering you to be ruthless. They're considering you to be cold, to be callous. This is somebody that may be likening you to, I'm dead serious, I'm hearing this, I'm going to say it, a serial unaliver. Because they were that taken aback by you. They thought they had you. They thought they knew you and could expect you to be, merciful no matter what they did, and that you were going to be somebody they could lull into this codependent relationship, and that they were going to be dominating you and controlling you. And now they are seeing that there is a level of detachment or, distance to you that they literally cannot believe is there. And it has really hurt this person, y'all. 9 of Wands, it has wounded them. They have been left wounded and shooketh, but they're shooketh by your coldness. They're shook by your aloofness. They're shook by your steeliness, your ability to have been cool enough with this person or in this relationship with this person. But when push came to shove, you like, I could hang up this phone and never speak to you again, right? You do know that. That has really, child. 9 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 10 of Swords. That has really pierced this person. It flattened them to know that they didn't mean to you nothing you thought they did. Nothing they thought they did. This person wanted to be the center nucleus of your life, and on some levels believed they were. And now they have found out they were everything but. They're actually somebody you could just say, you know what, I ain't answering the door for them no more. And move right on with your life. Justice. Page of Pentacles. This was justice for this person. This was karmic justice for someone who attempted to hijack the center of your livelihood, who attempted to make themselves the star of your life in whatever way they wanted to come before your job, your children, your money, yourself. They wanted you to be chasing them and be so taken with them and make them a star. And it just simply was not going to happen, never did happen, couldn't happen, ain't going to happen, Captain. And this person is stuck now with the reality of who you are that has pierced them to the core, that has struck them to the root, that really, energetically, you can be as cold as ice. Because again, it's not like you didn't know who you was dealing with all the time. They just thought you didn't know. If you have enjoyed this Divine Feminine Tarot Tea, girl, please go ahead, do like, share, subscribe. Okay, do not be afraid to come through the building, girl. And when you do, y'all go hit that bell so you can be here every single time. Me and the T-Team are off up in here, getting it in with all of these good old tarot messages. Okay, listen, if you would like a personal reading from me, girl, please go ahead and hit me up at dftarottea@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to hype me up, please, girl, don't hesitate, go ahead, hype me up, High Priestess, girl. Also, if you would like to, let me know you're still in the building, girl. Please go ahead and hit me up and put a little 3354 in the comment section, because it was exactly 33 minutes and 54 seconds when I just said what I said, when I said what I said just now, when I said what I said. Okay, also, shout out to y'all for those cheese recommendations. Like, I got some really good cheese recommendations from y'all. I sure appreciate you. Okay, if y'all got any more cheese recommendations or something like that, girl, if you got cheese recommendation, olive recommendation, or any type of good What's a good candy, y'all? A candy that's a little snooty or bougie though. Don't give me no. You know, we don't want the Snickers and carrying on. I mean, that was good when it was good. You know what I'm saying? We try to be a little more highfalutin these days in the collective. Who knows some good dark chocolate? Or girl, I don't know what you out there eating, girl. Who got something good? Put me on. If you would like to leave a little donation, girl, a little smidgen for the snacks, girl, over to dftarottea at Cash App or PayPal, please do that. And as always, I will catch y'all in the next one.